So there's not much out there these days that gets me really excited, and I'm talking about really gets me going. But something about singlets and their fine blends of polyester, spandex, and nylon just really does it for me. So much so, in fact, that when you're wearing something that is that tight and form-fitting, your friends too will quickly know how excited you really are by them. In fact, I don't think I've been this excited since I found out that NASM is still offering a 2-week free trial of their services to become a certified personal trainer by going to myusatrainer.com/CampbellFitness, which can help you become a certified personal trainer and in turn help you increase your own personal revenue, which in turn can then help you buy more said singlets. And the main reason I want to make this video is a majority of people out there have been asking me my opinion on singlets, as it's more than likely the first and only purchase of one that they will make because, again, let's be honest, not many people are going to buy multiple singlets. And then there's a minority of people out there who just want to see me wearing some spandex. So there's a lot of questions from both groups. I hope to answer both today in a video reviewing 3 of the more popular brands out there, being SBD, Inzer, and Titan. So without further ado, let's get to the video review. You've been warned. Let's talk about the Inzer first, as this was the first singlet that I purchased and tends to be the choice of many first-time competitors, mainly due to the very low cost of only $37. It's made from 100% nylon, and this is a size extra large. Now, the way all 3 of these singlets are sized are based off of the weight of the competitor. So for an extra large, this is meant to fit anywhere from 195 pounds up to 230. At the time of filming this, I weighed 220, so right in the middle, yet as you can probably tell, it's still extremely tight-fitting on me. Now, speaking of tight fitting, that's probably the biggest knock against Inzer. Anyone who's ever owned one, regardless if they're male or female, will tell you that it's extremely uncomfortable in the crotch region. In fact, wearing an Inzer is basically like wearing short shorts and being John Stockton in the NBA. I've seen people try to get away with wearing boxer briefs or compression shorts under. It just ends up looking silly in the long run. So Inzer is pretty much the go-to singlet for many people the first time they lift because the price isn't very expensive and the material is still very strong. The biggest issue is there's just not enough of it. In fact, anytime I wear it, I feel like I'm smuggling plums, and now that I think about it, it reminds me very similarly to how I imagine the bathing suit from Borat would likely fit and feel. So where the Inzer is a nightmare, the SBD is a dream come true. This thing is comfortable to wear. I think a big part of that is due to the 80% nylon, 20% elastane mix that this is made of. That being said, however, I don't think that this material translates very well to powerlifting. It reminds me much more of spandex as it's very smooth and slippery, and I would worry about gripping a bench or a bar with this. Now that being said, this one is a double XL, fits anywhere from 220 to 253 pounds a person, and it retails for roughly $75. So the SBD is by far and away the most comfortable of the 3 singlets I own. However, this isn't a good thing in my opinion, because when I think about the other pieces of equipment I wear while powerlifting, from my wrist wraps to my belt to my knee sleeves, it's all about support, and I just don't feel like it's there with the SBD singlet. I compared the Inzer to the Borat bathing suit, and I'd really compare this to another bathing suit, except this time the one that was worn in the Olympics several years ago that was really built for speed and to reduce drag. Again, while I feel it's very comfortable and it's something that I would literally be able to wear around the house all day if I wanted, it's not like you go on a powerlifting platform and try to dress as comfortably as possible. I mean, let's be honest, it's not like you wear slippers when you're deadlifting. Now that being said, I was pleasantly surprised. I love these things. I love big floppy things, especially when they're near my face. So that brings us to the Titan Triumph. Now this is a polyester and nylon blend. It retails for $70, and this extra large is meant to fit anyone from 182 to 220 pounds. And even though I'm at the top end of this range, I still feel like it fits pretty well for what it is. Even when I've weighed heavier than that, I feel like it's not too constricting overall. Especially when it comes to regions like the crotch, which is an area I had big trouble with. I'm talking real big trouble with the Inzer. Now the material to me feels very heavy duty, and you will know it's a Triumph version from Titan only because it does have the very wide shoulder straps up front. I do prefer this overall as I feel it's just easier to get on and off, and I feel like it's more area on my back to cover the bar. And again, this material is quite grippy. So that brings us to the Titan Triumph singlet, which to me is the favorite of the 3 I own, mainly because it's able to take some of the benefits that I've mentioned from the Inzer and SBD and combine them, all while getting rid of or addressing the major gripes I have. So the Titan gives you a supportive and very durable material, but it's still comfortable to wear, and there's enough of it there where you're not going to feel like you're showing the crowd your eggplant emoji. Now obviously some personal preference really plays a role here, but when it comes down to it, to me, the Titan just feels like it was built specifically for powerlifting. It also probably offers the most customization of any of the 3 companies I've mentioned when it comes to color, cut, as well as finish of material. And that might not be important to many of you out there, but if that is something you're interested in, Just know that the SBD only comes in red and black colors, unless of course you've qualified for Worlds, and in which case you've probably done your fair share of lifting and already own a couple of different singlets. And while the Inzer does offer some color combinations as well, if you're wearing an Inzer, people are not going to be looking at the color combination. They will be looking at your balls. So keep that in mind going forward as well. I hope that offers you a little bit of insight into the singlet world, a world that I've been in for quite some time now. And of course, there are other singlets out there that I have yet to review or try myself, but there's still time, and there's still more videos to be made. As always, thanks so much for watching, and stay big.